Morning. Good morning. How are ya? It is Thursday, July 6th, 8 o'clock on the dot. I'm first warning meteorologist Eric Burris. This is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week in the mornings to chat about what's going on in the world of weather, even if it's just for a smidge of a second, just because I only have a smidge of a second. But we're good. We're good for right now. We're good. Are you good? I'm good. I hope you're having a great morning. Let's chat. Shall we? A live look outside, Lake Dora here. Oh, it is so pretty out in Lake County. Few high, thin clouds, the water looking good, but I see the windsock. Little bit of a light breeze. Just a little bit of a light breeze. It's a lovely morning, though, isn't it? First warning live Doppler radar across central Florida, showing a few showers out over the Gulf of Mexico. As those showers, though, have been kind of coming on in, they haven't really been doing much. So no big concerns there, just a little bit of rain that may try to instigate some earlier development to a bit of rainfall today, kind of like yesterday, but that's okay. 80 degrees in the city, beautiful. We are sitting at 81 in Sanford, 77 in Palm Coast, and 77 in Ocala. I raise my cup to you all. Good morning. Ooh, it's a little strong today. That's okay. That's okay. Put hair on my chest. 82 degrees, 9 o'clock temperature. So those are going to be climbing. 87 degrees by 11 o'clock. It's 92 by 1 p.m. and 95. Our 3 o'clock temperature. Then we get those storms. Notice, though, by 1 o'clock, we are already watching a 20% mention of a few showers. So we're already going to start to see some stuff developing that early in the day. Of course, we'll take a look at Futurecast here in a couple of moments' time. But before we do so, temperatures today. It's going to be a toasty one. That's right, 95 degrees in Orlando. We're looking at 94 in Leesburg. We're looking at about 93 in DeLand. So not record heat today, at least I don't think. But it's still going to have that toasty note if you're a fan of the flavors. Now, as far as Futurecast goes, where are we going from here? All right, and then I'll pause after Futurecast and we'll chat. We'll yenter it up a little bit, okay? All right, here's 8 o'clock this morning on Futurecast. Looking good. Showing a few of those showers coming in from the Gulf Coast, starting things up. Right around 12, 12:30, 1 o'clock. By 2, 3 o'clock, widespread shower and thunderstorm activity. And I forget who was asking, like, it would be nice to have some rain in Melbourne. You know, Futurecast is throwing some rain your direction by sunset tonight. So let's go back and look at this, right? And starting around lunchtime out west, rapidly bubbling stuff up 2, 2:30, 3, 3:34, right? And then everything pushes east by about sunset tonight and gradually tapers off. So today, we're looking all in at about a 60 or so percent chance of showers and thunder showers. It's going to be a lovely day. Just have to kind of deal with a little bit of that stormy activity, right? 90s for high temperatures. That southwest wind is going to help to basically push all the stormy activity to the metro and off to the east. And with that, I will hit the pause button on talking. And now it's time for you. Good morning, good morning. How are you, everybody? Carla, Debbie, Cindy, Karen, good morning, everybody. How you doing? Marie, good morning to you. I would be the fool that wants some rain in Melbourne. Well, Yukon, I don't know that I'd call you a fool. But it looks like you've got a pretty decent chance of some rainfall today. Cindy says, painting and yard work in this heat has been no joke. Seriously, take it easy. Seriously. When we look at the heat index values today, and this is Orlando, but we can kind of go around the different areas. But again, in Orlando today, triple digit feels like temperatures. That is dangerous, right? Then again, we look over to Leesburg today. Triple digit. We're into that extreme caution zone. Please be careful. Melbourne, friends, up to 108 for the feels like temperature today. Ocala, up to 109 for the feels like temperature. Palm Coast, feels like temperature today, 106. Sanford, it's going to be a scorcher for you, 105. So all of us essentially in that. Now, we look to the next few days, and we're kind of getting those feels like temperatures down. But into next week, it looks like things will start to climb again as more humidity starts to work in. So Please, please just take it easy, people. Seriously. Working outside is no joke. Yeah. Carol says, ooh, that works for me, taking the camper up to Ocala for dog shows this weekend. That sounds fun. Patrick over on YouTube, good morning to you, sir. Laura, I'm not that late today. That's okay, even if you are late. I always say real life takes precedent over coffee talk. Janet says, I live about 2 miles north of the airport in Melbourne. We keep missing the rain. It keeps going north or south of our area. Eventually, your luck will run out, right? Like, we know that's just the way that goes. But for today, things are going to favor the East Coast areas. So maybe your luck runs out or continues. I don't know. We'll see. Lou, good morning. Love the sun, then rain. Maybe I'm a flower. That makes sense. That makes good sense. Yeah. Yukon says, for some reason, I'm having issues pulling names to tags and responding to replies. Facebook's always changing. And they launched their new social media channel yesterday. I don't even know what it's called. I signed up for it, though. There's that. There it is. Laura says it's been awful. We've been packing in early because it's just too dangerous. It's true. Danger is absolutely the correct way of putting it. It's been dangerous. And that's, frankly, that's going to continue the next few days. It's July. We are, all intents and purposes, in the dog days of summer, right? Hold on a second. I'm updating a graphic to show you. But remember, because we're in summer now, did you know that we've already had, of course, what is today? Today's Thursday. All right. I'm trying to build this graphic because I just wanted to tell you the days are getting shorter. We're in the dog days of summer. And there you go. Yesterday's sunset was 8:27. Today's sunset is 8:26. So we are very much in the dog day. All of that just to do that. See? Anyway, sunset yesterday didn't fit on the white bar, so that's why that was. But we're absolutely in the dog days of summer. We were talking yesterday about heat advisories. Notice there is no heat advisory in our area. For Hillsborough, Pinellas County, there's a heat advisory through 7 o'clock because we're not quite getting to those feels-like temperatures of 105 for several hours' time. Now, when we look to the forecast today, we may get up to 105, but it's going to be for a shorter amount of time, right? But there's kind of the idea. There's 1:30, 2 o'clock. Around Central Florida, it's a borderline day, but the Weather Service did not pull the trigger on it, which makes sense. But it's going to be hot no matter how you slice it. So we have to take it easy. Now, in terms of record temperatures today, we are going to be close, but I don't think we're going to be like earth-shattering records. 95 in Orlando. The record set back in 1960 is 98. Is it possible? Sure. Sanford, same kind of idea. Leesburg, Daytona Beach, Melbourne. So I think we'll be in the ballpark. We'll be close, but I don't think we're going to be getting to record levels today. All right? Wendy says, I'm following you on Threads. That's what it's called, Threads. I put a couple of snarky thread... What do you even call it? I put up a thread. I put up a couple of threads. I'm wearing threads. It's called Threads. Whatever it's called. I put up a couple. I don't know. I'm going to, I guess, figure out a way to thread to it. I'll figure it out. Yeah. The sharks seem to be liking the company in the water. Oh, at the beaches? Yeah. Yeah, they do. That's a whole other thing. If you're heading to the beach, I guess there was a story on the Today Show about it. I missed it. I was in the shower trying to get all pretty for you all. If you're heading out that direction today, season surf not looking bad, but apparently there's sharks. So that's fun. Yeah. Love that. Love that for us. Guten Morn, Catherine. Good morning. Hot weather equals cranky Floridians and aggressive drivers. I feel like Floridians are cranky on a daily basis, and at least for me, I experience aggressive drivers every single day, right? Like, people don't understand. Maybe we don't drive like a schmuck all the time. Is that me? Am I the only one that feels that way? I don't know. Robin, what's Daytona Beach looking like today? Closed early yesterday, but just for it to get nice out, I so missed out on some business again. I mean, if we're talking about the beach conditions, there you go. Seasoned surfer looking good, but there will be those storms that do arrive in the afternoon, so keep that in mind. Norman, I hit 117 degrees, feels like in East Orlando. Thankfully, that's coming down just a little bit. I threaded, right? Like, did I thread? All right. Karen says no sharks in Boca. No, it's all up north in our area. Thanks, Karen. Shark attack. Listen, the thing is like sharks are the kitty cats of the ocean, though. Like, they're just curious, and if they bite us people, it's because they didn't realize it was a person, and they let go, and they're like, oh, they do their version of like, my bad, buddy, my bad, sorry. So like, they're not like out trying to attack us. Does that make you feel better if you get bit? I would imagine not. But at least it's like a consolation prize? I don't know. At least. Cindy says, I heard some bubbling out by my pool and thought it was boiling from the heat. It's just the pump running. Listen, you want to hear a funny story about the pool? So we got in the pool the other day. And while I'm chatting about this, I'll put up the pool forecast. So we got in the pool, the kids and I. Mommy was doing something else. And so we were in the pool, and we were in the deep end because Eric swims like a fish, and Alexander just wants to be the cool kid. So we were in the deep end, and I look over, and in the shallow end, there was a snake by the stairs. So, of course, you've got two little children that don't listen by practice. And so I say, all right, we need to get out of the pool. No, I don't want to. No, I don't want to. We need to get out of the pool now. No, I don't want to. And then I had to pull out the trump card. Boom, there's a snake in the pool. You've never seen two kids fly out of water faster. And then, of course, they're like, are you going to kill it? Are you going to kill it? I'm like, no, it's a good snake. It was a little juvenile black racer. It's a good snake. What are you going to do? We don't want it to get us. We don't want it to get us. So I take the little pool scooper, and I scoop him out, and I put him outside. Poor little guy somehow got in the pool after we did and got trapped. Poor little guy. But at any rate, we saved the snake, saved the afternoon, but it was pretty funny. Now the kids are always like, is there a snake in the pool before we go in? It's kind of funny. Matt said, and I love this personal rule, never go anywhere where your status on the food chain is uncertain. That may be the quote of the day, Matt. That's hilarious. Thank you for that. I love that. So anyway, it was a funny little moment because, kids don't like getting out of the pool. Today's a good pool day. It's not great just because we have to start watching for those storms, right? But as long as we do that, we're good to go. Yeah, we're good to go. Shark Fest week on National Geographic has been interesting. They're good animals. They're so imperative to our food chain, but they don't have good eyesight, and they don't mean to attack us humans. Like, we are not their prey, Taylor, my kids would have ran to the snake to grab him, to get him out. Yeah, my kids they're young, and I'm glad that they don't like to go play with the snakes. Snake charmer. Tiffany says, nah, the snake wouldn't hurt them. Just keep swimming. I just didn't want the snake to drown. It was a little juvie black racer. Like, it's not, it's not a situation where we want to be letting the snake die. So I just wanted to save the snake. So we saved the snake. It was good. Robin says, funny thing happened at our house. Now we have a pet snake. There you go. Could have done that. Cindy says, I rescue something out of the pool every week, but I haven't gotten a snake yet. Oh, if you have a pool, you will. You will. Tiffany, down south, you're swimming with iguanas. I remember when I lived in West Palm Beach, at the apartment complex I lived at, I feel like there was always an iguana falling in. It was just like a thing. Yeah. Cindy, what? Sharks in the ocean must have been a slow news day. I just think it's the Today Show. There's a lot more lifestyle type content there. So I think that it just came to like, people are swimming, summer vacation, yada, yada, yada. Hey, I just want you to know he talked about taking your job all day yesterday. Perfect, Elizabeth. We have indoctrinated another one. That's okay. Good. Let him take my job. And if you just let me hit retirement. I think I have 25 years. I'm 39, 49, 59. I have more than 25 years. I have 26 years. What's TV going to look like in 26 years? That means that I haven't even hit halfway in my career. Real talk? What? I've been in TV 22 years. I have 26 years to go. Seriously, I've spent all this time doing TV and I haven't even hit halfway yet? Wow. Okie doke. Well, doesn't that just hit you like a ton of bricks? Y'all are going to be stuck with me for 26 more years? God willing. What's Coffee Talk going to look like in 24 years from now? I'm going to be like an old crotchety man, like, get off my lawn. The forecast is looking good. You ever wonder, though, like, what? Oh, man. What? That's crazy. That's crazy to think about it. Linda, I have 3 snakes in my pool this week all at one time. That's funny. That's funny. Hey, look, they're looking to cool down. They just kind of get trapped. That's the problem. Speaking of cooling down, 7-day forecast doesn't show much of it. Humidity's dropping off just a little bit. And then into next week, it looks like another bubble of heat returns. Humidity's going up. Feels like temperature's going up. It's going to get scorchingly hot yet again. Plenty of storms the next couple of days, but it looks like it's going to trend a little lower Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah. Carrot says we had a little snake in the house. No idea how it got in. One of the cats found it. Never say that around these parts. We don't have a cat. We have a dog. I feel like if Jeannie saw a snake in this house, she would self-destruct. Today's Show covered it because it happened in Long Island. That catches their attention. Got it. I didn't see the story, so I don't know. Yukon, you don't have to wait for Social Security to retire. Just put into the 401k and Roth IRAs. Oh, I'm not counting on Social Security to exist in my retirement plan. But I only say this because to get my full Hearst pension, I work for Hearst. To get my full Hearst pension, it's 65. Or is it 60? Better not be 67. I don't know. 65. Robin says 26 more years of you is a wonderful thing. Betty says, bet it will be at least 3D. I'll just come sit in your living room, Betty. I'll just be like, Betty, hi, this is Coffee Talk. What are we talking about? And I'll make you brew me a cup of coffee, and I'll have a digital version of me in every one of your rooms, which may make people uncomfortable. Like, okay, so what's for lunch, guys? Like the digital version of me is like, all right, Coffee Talk's done. I'll see you in 20 minutes when you're preparing our snack. Sound good? And then it's like, it's lunchtime. Hey, what are you making? Turkey sandwich? You have a sandwich press for me? Is that what we're doing? Karen, I'm 61 tomorrow. It's a long haul. Mazel tov, mazel tov. Gina, thank you, my love. Thank you. I'm happy to be stuck with you, too. Oh, God. Cindy says I found a dead squirrel in the skimmer once. So disgusting. Oh, God. I don't know what I could have done. Laura says we'll still watch you in 26 years. Thank you. That's my goal. But I think Chris is right. Chris says your job in 10 years won't look anything like it does today. It's already like, we started Coffee Talk, 2016? So we've had this thing almost 10 years. Before this, what was my day like? I had a lot of free time. I love this. Don't get me wrong. But like before I was at, you know what? Maybe Twitter implodes and that part of my job goes away because I spend a lot of time tweeting. And if Twitter implodes, that would free up some of my time. Not going to lie. I'm still over there tweeting, but it's a lot. There's a lot happening. Yeah. Can you explain again? I'm so sorry how a storm is real close to coming and it disappears. Like a thunderstorm, Stacy? The thing about thunderstorms that's really frustrating, and we found this out, like we were swimming yesterday, and like storms were bubbling up, and in Florida, it's not like a line of storms that come in. It's during the summertime, there's these bubble up storms, and as they bubble up, they just kind of go for the path of least resistance. So they'll go south, they'll go north. You know, the winds will help them, but if it's like a little pocket of cooler air here, but it's warmer here, they're going to grow in that warmer direction. So when storms get fired up in Florida during the summertime, it is absolute chaos. That's how that happens. It's absolute chaos. Laura says that's our retirement plan, not counting on Social Security at all. To me, Social Security is going to buy me a new pair of shoes every month. Like, seriously. Diane's right, though. That's the idea. Coffee Talk's going to be like the Star Wars hologram, except I'm going to make you make me the coffee. And then at the end of every week, I'm going to be like, today's best cup of coffee actually came from Diane Williams. Diane, thank you for that. You win a, $25 gift card to Starbucks, which will basically get you a black coffee by then, right? 25 years from now, $25 gift card, that gets you nothing. Beverly says, I won't be around for 26 years, but please pace yourself. We need you. Don't burn out. Listen, Beverly. Never say never. Sean Connery learned that. Excuse me, James Bond learned that. Never say never. I expect you to be here right through my retirement party. And will you be retired in 26 years? Apparently, I have 26 years until retirement, so... Ryan's asking, am I going to be a threader? If I can figure out how to post weather data to thread, whatever, then yes. Figure it out. You won't be tweeting, you'll be threading. I just want to be able to, say to myself, hey, I haven't tweeted in a while. Tweak my neck or something, and content goes out. I guess that's where AI comes in. Jan says, I'll be 92 in 26 years. So I expect that we'll be hanging out at my retirement party together then, Jan. I'll walk you in, okay? You don't have to. I'll walk you in. I'll take you by the hand and I'll walk you in. I'll get you a piece of the retirement cake myself. Okay, Jan? Does that sound good? I hope so. Sonia says, you started doing coffee talk on your kitchen counter. Yes, to piss off my wife. But for those of you that have been around, I've told the story many, many, many times. But yes, that's how Coffee Talk started. It was Hurricane Matthew when we started Coffee Talk. When the wife told me that I needed to dress up and look pretty, and so as soon as she went to work after Matthew, I was wearing a t-shirt and looked like a bum, and that's how Coffee Talk started. Oh man. You can actually retire at 59 years, 11 months. That sounds better. That's 20 years from now. That sounds a little better. I'm thinking about making a cake just because today. Taylor, girl, you deserve it. For what you're doing all night with the little one, you deserve it. You make that cake, dang it. Lori says, me too, 92, see you at the party. Let's do it, Lori. I'll get you a big fat piece of that retirement cake. Stacy says, I'll be 79. Stacy, you're going to have to wait for the 90-something-year-olds first. And then as soon as that, then we'll get the 80-year-olds in for cake. And then at 79, we'll allow you in. We'll go age age-wise. 2016 was Hurricane Matthew. So that's when Coffee Talk started. Daily. Almost daily, 7 days a week, almost. Like at the beginning, I think it was just, I don't remember. But it's pretty much 90% 7 days a week. Probably higher than 90%. What are we going to do, y'all, if somebody could find the date of the very first Coffee Talk, then we could set our anniversary. And then at that day in 2026, we can have a blowout. We can get Steven Seagal to come on, pop out of a cake, that kind of thing. Beverly says, I'll be 101 in 26 years. So, Beverly, maybe you're the first to have cake. That's okay. That's okay. Mary, I'll be 100 plus. You'll be the first or second to have cake. Mary, that's okay if I survive. Listen. Medical, and they always say, well, actually, it's not even they. My mentors have always told me to be the cockroach when it comes to television, when it comes to my business. Like, do you know how to survive in I swear to you, this is probably some of the best advice I've ever gotten. And then we should probably like get back to weather data doing this thing. My mentors have all told me a version of the same thing. Be the cockroach. In other words, when the nuclear blasts happen, be the one that survives it. Be the one to turn the lights on. Keep your head down. In other words, just keep going. Be that one. So that's been, I swear to you, every mentor of mine has told me the same thing. So that's what we're doing. I'm constantly trying to find ways to reinvent myself. I'm constantly trying to find ways to keep it going, trying to keep my strength up so that I can be healthy for my kids, so that I can keep getting paid to do what I love to do. And Beverly, that's what we have to do. That's what we have to do. Karen says, if I make it, I'll be 87. Darn right you'll make it. 99 here. Nah, Betty, you're good. 104. Cheryl, listen, be the last one out to turn the lights out, right? That's what we got to do. That's the goal. Betty, I'll be 113. Betty, why not? Like, why not? Why not be, what's the Guinness Book of World Records holder? Why not be you? Unless you become a grumpy person, then but we're good. Why not? Be the one to turn the lights out. Be that cockroach to always survive. Laura says, I'll find the first coffee talk. I just want to see Steven Seagal jump out of a cake. I don't think it was Steven that jumped out of a cake in that movie anyway. Oh, man. Oh, that's too funny. Oh, my God, Laura, that's hilarious. I had to turn coffee talk off for a second. My puppy ran into my neighbor's house and went and laid on the couch. That's a sweet puppy. Stacy says, I'll take that cake with Steven Seagal. I'm going to reach, because isn't he like a sheriff at this point? I'll reach out. So, Steven, hi there. May I call you Steven? Mr. Seagal, my name is Eric. I'm a weather guy in Orlando. I may have opened my mouth and insert my foot saying that if somebody finds the first coffee talk, we're going to celebrate with you jumping out of a cake. He's going to be like, I don't think I'm going to do that, Mr. Eric Burris. Probably won't do that. I'm guessing Steven Seagal will not do that. Catherine says, your company needs to lower the retirement. 30 years of service is a great number. Listen. Laura, Mr. Seagal, are you available in 2026? He's going to be like, not for you, sir. Not for the budget that Coffee Talk has. Wait, if Coffee Talk started because of a hurricane, wouldn't Jim Cantori be more appropriate to come out of a cake? One of these days when I can have an uncensored conversation, I'll tell you about the first time I met Jim Cantori. Oy vey. Robin, you never know unless you ask. Is he on Cameo? I'll get him to do a cameo. I'm not going to jump out of a cake, but I'll say hello to everybody. Yukon says, actually, you're lucky Hearst has a pension. Had a pension. I got into Hearst at 2006, and we had a pension. And they did away with it at some point after. But I got in early enough that I have a pension. So thank God. Thank God. Laura, I need the story. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm very grateful that I have a pension. Yeah. All right, so Pat says Hurricane Matthew, was it August? Why did I think it was September, October? But when was the actual, I did Facebook Live that week, but when was the first hit? No comment, Yukon. I was going to say, I thought it was September into October. Yeah. But I'm wondering when was the first day that I was like, okay, we're going to call this Coffee Talk. Thank goodness you got in early for the pension. You know what's funny is when I got hired and they were talking about a pension, I was 21 years old. I don't know what they were talking. I was like, everybody has a pension. They were like, no, you don't understand. It's a good company to have a pension. I'm like, just give me my first on-air job, please. And then looking at it, 20-something years later, I'm like, whoa. Thank God for that. Thank God for that pension. I'm still acting. I'm 401k and all that. But Wow. Had no idea. Yeah. Yeah, I do, Kelly. I got in early enough. Millennial. Cindy says it wasn't long after Matthew. I'm going to try and look today and see what the earliest coffee time. Yeah, it was around there. Laura says I started my first 401k at 18 and extremely thankful I did. Wow. See, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Yeah. Eesh. Now I just have to figure out how to get Steven Seagal. All right. Enough of that. Any questions, comments, concerns? Real quick, happy to report tropics remaining nice and quiet. Lots of Saharan dust out there. If you missed our Tracking the Tropics broadcast yesterday, you can go back and check it out. Jeremy and I ran on and on and on for a while about things nice and quiet now, but won't continue forever to stay nice and quiet. Okay? Stacy says, I moved here in 98 and went through all 4 hurricanes. Turned to this channel as it was more accurate. I love you guys. Try to do it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Stacy. I remember those 04, 05 hurricanes. Nicole says, Hurricane Matthew, September 28th, 2016. Thank you, Google. Oh, very good. Laura says, I still need this Jim Cantori story. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll get there. Hold on a second. Our meteorologist from Fort Myers is messaging me. Sure. But yeah, I'll get that Jim Cantori story in person. Oh yeah. All right, so it's hot. We're going to get some storms. Be the sunshine in someone else's day, and I'll see y'all at what? 3:30. Sound good to you? Sound good to me? All right, be good, y'all. Take care. Thank you. Bye. Ay vey. Steven Seagal. What have I gotten myself into? Bye, y'all.